The fight between Dakota Ditcheva and Sumiko Inaba was one of those nights where anticipation met intensity in the cage, creating an atmosphere electric with tension. Before the bout, questions swirled around Dakota's hand wraps. Some skeptics tried to cast doubt, insinuating cheating or foul play. Dakota had already built a reputation as a fighter who finished nearly every match she entered, and suddenly, a challenger's accusations threatened to cloud her achievements. Sumiko Inaba, a fighter known for her unrelenting aggression and brawling style, suggested that Dakota might not be as formidable as her record indicated. There was talk of banning her hand wraps, a move clearly aimed at disrupting her rhythm and throwing her off her game. Yet Dakota wasn't fazed. She had history to chase, a 10th consecutive stoppage victory against a top-level opponent, and no distraction was going to derail her focus. Inaba, nicknamed the Lady Samurai, carried the aura of a brawler, short, stocky, and seemingly fueled by raw energy rather than calculated strategy. Her reputation had been built on chaos and resilience, a fighter who could take damage and push forward relentlessly. Meanwhile, Dakota had, in just 3 years as a professional, already cemented herself as one of women's MMA's rising stars. A newly crowned PFL World Champion, she had amassed a streak of 9 consecutive finishes, a remarkable feat that spoke to both her skill and her mental composure in the cage. Her style contrasted sharply with Inaba's, calm, methodical, precise, always calculating each attack rather than relying on sheer aggression. As the fight began, the tension in the South African arena in Cape Town was palpable. The two fighters refused to touch gloves, a symbolic refusal that set the tone for a fierce and unyielding battle. Inaba immediately pressed forward, controlling the center of the ring. Her aim was clear: to disrupt Dakota's rhythm and keep her from unleashing her trademark precision striking. But Dakota was ready. She had trained for this exact scenario, and her counter-striking was flawless from the outset. Inaba lunged forward with aggression, but Dakota's counters were precise and punishing. The early exchanges highlighted the contrast in styles, Inaba's wild aggression versus Dakota's calculated dismantling. In the opening minutes, Dakota demonstrated why she was considered one of the most dangerous fighters in her division. Her strikes were not merely powerful, they were placed with intent. Each punch, kick, and knee was aimed at specific targets designed to dismantle her opponent systematically. Inaba tried to adapt by keeping Dakota against the fence, attempting to neutralize her long-range attacks. The clinch became a critical battleground, with both fighters testing each other's strength, endurance, and technique. Dakota's experience in Muay Thai became evident as she controlled the clinch, delivering knees and short elbows that gradually wore Inaba down. Inaba, true to her reputation, absorbed the damage and continued to push forward, relentless in her pursuit. By the second round, Dakota's strategy began to pay dividends. She had established control in the early exchanges and was able to dictate the pace. Inaba continued to charge, but Dakota's counters were now sharper, her combinations more precise, and her strikes increasingly punishing. A right-hand combination from Dakota made Inaba stagger, a rare moment where the Lady Samurai's composure showed signs of cracking. Yet, Inaba's granite chin and resilience allowed her to stay on her feet, refusing to concede the fight even under Dakota's calculated onslaught. Throughout the fight, Dakota's ability to adapt became her defining feature. She could seamlessly transition from long-range striking to close-range clinches, always finding opportunities to exploit openings in her opponent's defense. Her attacks to the body were particularly effective, sapping Inaba's energy and limiting her ability to maintain her usual relentless pace. Dakota's use of knees to the solar plexus and elbows in close quarters demonstrated not just her power but also her strategic intelligence in dismantling an opponent over multiple rounds. By the midpoint of the fight, it was clear that Dakota was in command. Her calm and composed demeanor contrasted sharply with Inaba's frenzied approach. While Inaba tried to use aggression to overwhelm Dakota, the British-Bulgarian's precision striking ensured that each of Inaba's advances resulted in punishment. Dakota's combinations were fluid, each punch, kick, and knee flowing into the next with surgical precision. It was a display of controlled chaos, Controlled because every movement was deliberate, chaos because the damage inflicted was relentless and visually punishing. Despite Dakota's dominance, the fight was not without moments of tension. Inaba's resilience and determination were undeniable. She absorbed shots that would have floored lesser fighters and continued to press forward with aggression. Yet Dakota's superior technique allowed her to stay a step ahead. Every attempt by Inaba to reverse positions or gain control in the clinch was met with a calculated counter. Dakota's ability to maintain composure under pressure, even while sustaining her own minor injuries, was a testament to her growth as a fighter. By the third round, the cumulative effect of Dakota's precision strikes was evident. Inaba's face showed visible bruising and swelling, a testament to the punishment absorbed over the first 2 rounds. Yet, even as Dakota demonstrated her dominance, she revealed a personal setback, a broken left arm sustained during the fight. Despite the injury, Dakota continued to press forward, maintaining control and ensuring that Inaba could not capitalize on the situation. This moment highlighted not just Dakota's skill but also her mental toughness, the ability to push through pain while executing a winning strategy. The final minutes of the fight saw Dakota seamlessly transition between strategies. She employed body shots, knees, and right-hand combinations to maintain pressure, all while keeping a keen awareness of her own injury. Inaba attempted a takedown, trying to shift the momentum, but Dakota's defensive positioning and counterstriking ensured that the attempt failed. Even as the clock wound down, Dakota maintained dominance, showcasing her striking arsenal while taunting her exhausted opponent. The cumulative strike count for the fight reached an astounding 171, reflecting the sheer volume and precision of Dakota's offensive output. When the final bell rang, the judges' scorecards were unanimous: 30-27, 30-27, and 30-24, all in favor of Dakota Ditcheva. The victory was decisive, with Dakota winning every round on points. Yet the triumph was bittersweet. While the win further solidified Dakota's reputation as one of the sport's elite fighters, the injury to her left arm was a significant personal setback. Despite this, Dakota's performance stood as a testament to her skill, resilience, and mental fortitude. The fight also served as a learning experience. Dakota acknowledged Inaba's toughness and resilience, recognizing that not every opponent can be dispatched with early finishes. Sometimes, a fighter must be prepared for full-round strategies, pacing, and endurance management. Dakota's ability to adapt, to switch strategies mid-fight while contending with her own injury, demonstrated the kind of maturity that separates champions from contenders. Inaba, though defeated, earned respect for her performance. She was a true warrior in the cage, absorbing punishment while continuing to push forward. Her relentless style tested Dakota in ways few other fighters had, and while she ultimately fell short, the fight elevated her profile in the MMA community. For Dakota, the victory was another chapter in a career defined by dominance, precision, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. The fight also carried historical significance beyond the personal rivalry. It was the first major MMA event to take place in Africa, with Cape Town providing a vibrant and enthusiastic backdrop. The crowd's energy added an extra layer of intensity to the fight, and Dakota paid tribute to the fans with her composed yet commanding performance. Her victory in front of a global audience not only cemented her status as a PFL world champion, but also showcased her as a symbol of skill, determination, and professionalism in women's MMA. Looking ahead, Dakota's next fight is likely to be against the multi-time world champion Liz Carmouche. Once her left arm heals, this matchup promises to be another high-stakes encounter, pitting Dakota's precision and calculated aggression against Carmouche's experience and championship pedigree. If the bout materializes, it will test Dakota's ability to continue her undefeated streak against one of the most formidable opponents in the division. The anticipation is palpable, as fans worldwide speculate on whether Dakota can maintain her dominance or face her first career loss. Reflecting on the fight, it's clear that Dakota Ditcheva's performance against Sumiko Inaba ranks among her best. While previous bouts showcased her finishing ability, this fight highlighted her strategic intelligence, adaptability, and capacity to maintain control under duress. She managed to neutralize Inaba's aggressive brawling, turning potential chaos into a showcase of skill and composure. Even with an injury, Dakota maintained her tactical approach, demonstrating that her reputation as a future MMA star is well earned. This fight also reinforced the narrative that Dakota is not merely a powerful striker but a complete mixed martial artist. Her ability to seamlessly integrate striking, clinch work, and strategic pacing illustrates a depth of skill that sets her apart from many of her contemporaries. Inaba, with all her toughness and aggression, was unable to disrupt Dakota's game plan, highlighting the British-Bulgarian's superior understanding of timing, distance, and fight IQ. For fans and analysts, the fight offered a detailed case study in contrasting styles. Dakota's composed, calculated, and methodical approach versus Inaba's high-volume, aggressive, and chaotic style provided a compelling narrative. It was a demonstration of how technical proficiency and mental discipline can overcome raw aggression, a lesson that will resonate with fighters and fans alike. The narrative surrounding Dakota's hand wraps and pre-fight accusations added an additional layer of intrigue. The controversy highlighted the scrutiny top-level fighters face, but Dakota's performance silenced doubters. Her ability to remain composed and execute her strategy despite distractions underscored her professionalism and focus. It's a hallmark of championship-level athletes, the ability to rise above external noise and perform when it matters most. Ultimately, Dakota Ditcheva versus Sumiko Inaba was more than just a fight. It was a showcase of skill, strategy, resilience, and heart. Dakota's ability to control the fight, deliver punishment with precision, adapt to adversity, and maintain composure under injury solidified her status as one of the top fighters in women's MMA. Inaba's courage and relentless style provided a worthy challenge, but on this night, Dakota was simply superior in every measurable aspect. The fight also reinforced the importance of preparation and mental fortitude. Dakota's calm and methodical approach allowed her to neutralize an opponent who thrived on chaos. Her ability to execute a strategy across 3 rounds, maintain composure despite injury, and dominate the exchanges in striking, clinch, and defensive positioning demonstrates the qualities that separate elite fighters from the rest. It's a performance that will be studied, discussed, and admired by fans, coaches, and fighters for years to come. Looking ahead, Dakota's journey is far from over. The victory over Inaba adds another chapter to her growing legacy, but it also serves as a reminder that every fight presents new challenges. Her next bout, likely against a seasoned champion like Liz Carmouche, will be another test of her skill, strategy, and resilience. Fans will be watching closely to see if Dakota can continue her streak and further solidify her place among the elite of women's MMA. In the end, this fight was a testament to what makes Dakota Ditcheva such a remarkable fighter. Her combination of skill, strategy, resilience, and mental toughness allowed her to overcome a formidable opponent, silence doubters, and continue her pursuit of greatness. For Inaba, it was a night of valiant effort, but ultimately, Dakota's precision, preparation, and execution were the defining factors. The South African crowd witnessed a masterclass in modern MMA, and the world took notice of a fighter whose story is only beginning to unfold. Dakota Ditcheva versus Sumiko Inaba will be remembered as a fight where precision, strategy, and composure triumphed over raw aggression. Dakota's performance was a complete display of what it means to be a champion in the modern era of women's MMA. Her ability to adapt, maintain control, and execute under pressure serves as an example for all aspiring fighters. It was a fight that combined skill, heart, and intelligence, a true showcase of the art of mixed martial arts. Dakota Ditcheva's legacy continues to grow, and this fight was a defining moment in her career, one that sets the stage for even greater challenges and triumphs in the future.